office is that?
Yeah, fantastic. Exactly what we set out for, obviously. Yeah, played well in the first half. Obviously, second half was a bit of a grind. Dug deep, defended well. They didn't create too many clear-cut chances. But yeah, delighted with the win.
You said it's a good day at the office. How much the icing on the cake for you now to be the all-time leading goal scorer in the North London derby?
Yeah, no, it's nice. Obviously, a great assist from Sonny. It was nice to see it go in. But like we always say, the most important thing is the 3 points. And yeah, fantastic win. It's been a tough few games, and we've come out well. So we just got to keep it going now.
Yet again, it is the Kane-Son double act. What is it about you two, and what you have between you?
Yeah, we're just feeling good. You know, we're both, I think, at an age now where we're coming into maybe our prime in terms of understanding the game, understanding each other. And yeah, when I'm passing him through and he's cutting inside and whipping them in the top bins, yeah, it's an easy game for me. But no, delighted with the result. Boys dug deep, defenders from crosses, fantastic.
You did your own fair share of defending. Tell us about the adaptation of your game, because you had more touches in your own box than you did the opposition today.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's a season where we're all pulling in the right direction. Everyone on the pitch is ready to defend, attack, do what it takes to win the game. And obviously set pieces are a massive part of it. They had a lot today. And the role I'm playing, that's vital for the team to try and clear as many as possible. So yeah, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to win games, and that's the most important thing.
How comfortable are you that the opposition has so much possession?
Yeah, it's one of them. Obviously, I think we could have been better on the ball in the second half. It weren't how we wanted to play, but sometimes games turn into a situation where you just have to adapt, and that was what happened today. Arsenal played well. They kept the ball well. We couldn't really get out of our half. But like I said, they didn't create too many clear chances, so it shows our defensive capabilities.
Now, the manager says you're just a little pony in a big race up against big race horses. What do the players say? Because you're back top again.
Just one game at a time. You know, we're doing well. It's been a tough period, but look, results like this in the last couple of weeks will only help us. So we go away to Palace, obviously, next week, and then Liverpool. So the tough games just keep on coming.
Well done today, Harry.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. Jose, how would you sum up that performance and the result that takes you back top of the table?
I think it was a big game. Not just because it's Tottenham Arsenal, but it was a big game in every sense. I want to give good words, congratulations to Mikel, because he gave us a very difficult game. Tactically they are very good, they were very well organized, they were building with 4, defending with 5. Then in the second half they were trying to find triangles on the sides. They gave us problems that we managed to resolve, because the players in this moment, they have good tactical culture, and even above that they have an incredible spirit. But they gave us problems because they are a good team and he's a good coach. But we deserve to win, I guess, because 2 amazing goals, and then always very solid. Even in the second half, of course, we dropped the block, and we normally do the change, Gio with Tanguy, and without Tanguy we were a bit short in there, and Gio is in a phase where to play 90 minutes on Thursday today, to play 90 again was too much. So we were reading the game and making the changes to win it, because 2-0 the game was in our hands against a great and difficult opponent, but I believe my boys deserve it.
You praise Arsenal for their performance today. Were you 100% happy with yours? Because they had a lot of possession, and particularly the second half they controlled the game, but you won the game.
Yeah, but I'm very happy. Of course, I'm very happy with the result, with the performance, but of course I want the team in the second half to be able to play in a different way. But the reality is that sometimes you don't do what you want to do because the opponent forces you in a certain direction, and of course it was a moment of not to taking any risks, because we were 2-0 up, not even 1-0, so it was not the moment to take any risk. Was not the moment, because when they start building with 3, dropping one of the midfielders to the side of the 2 centre backs, we could press them with 1 winger, which we would normally do in case of we are not winning the game. But you are winning 2-0, why are you going to expose your defensive block? You don't have to. We are not guilty of being 2-0 up. So again, I repeat, it was a very difficult game. Even to think during the game when to change, what to do, they gave us a difficult game. So of course, I can imagine that tomorrow the headlines will be about them being in not a good position on the table. But I believe with these players, with Mikel, Arsenal will be Arsenal again.
Interesting comments from Jose Mourinho there. He's making no bones, no apologies for 2-0. Putting the heat map that we showed and players behind the ball, is he?
It's what Jose does. I mean, they brought him to Tottenham. Now, Tottenham players have been playing for 5 years now under Pochettino, and he trusts them in the dressing room. We're on the front foot. No matter who we play, guys, we're going to have a go. We're going to go punch for punch, and we back ourselves to beat them. Jose's looked at this squad and said, they've actually won nothing doing that. I need to go my way. We know how Jose works. Someone who's brought Jose into the club shouldn't try and turn him into Pochettino or Pep Guardiola. Jose's got his own identity of how he wins trophies. He's won 20. I've already said that a few times today. But he's won at every club he's been at. And it's always with a very low block, with a defensive midfield player like Højbjerg, and with counter-attacking players like Son and Kane with quality, who capitalise on limited amount of chances they have going forward. Now, what's wrong with that? There's more than one way to win a football match. You don't have to be entertaining. You certainly don't have to be entertaining when you've got no fans in your stadium. Now, the difference might come if they start not getting results, when the fans come back. Is the pressure then going to be on Jose and that group of players to throw bodies forward? You know, my idea of that, it shouldn't. Because you're a proven winner, Jose. It's not your fault you're at the club. You've got a blueprint of how you win trophies. It's the person who give you the job's fault if he wants to start changing you. Do not change. Make sure you win a trophy at the football club and you're on the right track to be able to do that.
So given all that, and we talked about the recruitment before, how important has just £15 million on 25-year-old Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg been for Tottenham and the way he wants to play?
He's all-round game, but he's just thinking for the team responsible all the time. That's Harry Kane coming off. That's Lacazette, for Arsenal. He's in the Harry Kane ball, but he's all over him. Wherever he's near it. There was no one near Harry Kane when he was picking up the ball. But this boy's responsible. This is what I do for the team. I keep it simple. When he needs to drop into the back four, he drops into the back four. When he sees the fire, he goes and puts it out. And he keeps it nice and responsible. It's no coincidence he heads these balls. He does it every single game. It's like a magnet to him. You know, he breaks the game up. Look at him here. He just drops into the back four. And there might be danger here. There, I'll get you above Lacazette there. He said, the linesman saying to him, look, the only person you haven't tackled today is a referee. He was all over the place, Tone, wasn't he? There's some danger. I'm going to get across.
I'm going to have to shut you up because I agree with absolutely everything. That's why I'm saying nothing, because it's hurting. Yeah. It's really hurting.
You played with some of the best in that position, though. How important is it for the central defenders?
You know, I'm like I say, I've shut up because the guys was awesome. You know, what every dream, central defender, if you play central defender, you want a Tim Sherwood, you're a Højbjerg in front of you. You know, you want that kind of player that protects you, make you look great. You know, when Patrick Vieira and Manu Petit came to the Arsenal, and you know, I took days off. Don't you start coming back at Tim, because I'm saying.
I was going to ask you a question, Tony.
Go on, mate.
We said before the game, so it's not in hindsight. Before the game, the problem's going to be Tottenham are going to sit deep,
absolutely,
and then Harry Kane's going to come into this half and half position very deep as a number 10, and Son's going to run in. So we said, hopefully, Mikel Arteta has looked at this and said, identify one of his midfield players to be responsible, like Højbjerg is for Tottenham. Where was that player today? Where was that game plan? Surely Mikel has seen it.
You know, Mourinho, it's obvious. We both know how Mourinho plays and stuff. And that's the game plan. You know, Arteta, if you're a coach and an opposing coach, you say, right, OK, they play everything off of Kane. Yeah. Make sure your job today is not to let Harry Kane get the ball. And if he does, attack him from the other way. You know, you used to rob it off the front of them, didn't you? Rob him off the front. You stop all their play. Yeah. Get in front of him. But not once did Gabriel get in front of Harry Kane today either. No. So the defender's not getting in front of him, and the midfield player's not protecting him. There was no... Xhaka was non-existent for me today. Yeah. He didn't do the job. Tottenham did superbly well, and I love Mourinho. I lost his number when he went to Tottenham, but he's always been great for me, you know, down the years and stuff. He's straight on the phone. I love the way he plays. I love the way he's set up today. You know, I'm sitting here as an Arsenal man saying, what a fantastic performance by Tottenham.
OK, let's see what your manager has got to say. Here are the thoughts of Mikel Arteta.
Mikel, what's your analysis of a game where you had a lot of possession, at times a lot of control, but absolutely no joy?
That this is football. They had one shot on target, scored a wonder goal, and the second one we got done on the break because Thomas get injured. He's not in the position. He has to fall on the floor, and we get the second one done. But I saw my team full of desire, passion, dominating completely the game, creating all the chances, creating all the situations. But at the end, it's about the end product. And this is why they are first on the table, because they had two situations, they scored 2 goals. I think we have 54 crosses. I don't know how many shots, only 2 on target. And this game is about doing that. So we have to carry on, keep fighting, and be the team that we were today, but improving obviously those details.
If you break it down, could you have done better on both of the goals?
I think on the first one a little bit better. In the face, just a straight losing the ball. They are really similar. We have a situation to score a goal, and on the rebounds they take it. They are really good at that, holding that first ball, and Son scores from 20 yards, 25 yards in the top bin. On the second one, Thomas is out. He's limping. He's in pain. He has to come off, and we are missing a man in that transition moment.
You tried to shove him back on the pitch. Presumably you thought he was in the wrong, trying to walk off of the pitch.
Yeah, of course, because I wanted on the pitch, doing whatever he could for the team in that situation, because nobody's expecting that he is outside the pitch. Anyway, he could not carry on playing. He was in a lot of pain, and it's what it is.
For both goals, because of the style that they play, did you overcommit?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we're a little bit cautious with Son not to step in a little bit earlier. But yeah, it's a wonder goal. You can go, and every decision and every goal, can you do it a little bit better on that situation? Is what they do really well. They've done it once, because the second one I consider that we are a man down and it's very difficult to control. And at the end of the day, we lost the game. But again, the effort, the fight, the spirits, the way they played in this stadium, and how much they kept trying, they never give up, is to applaud. But it's not enough at the moment to win football matches, because we're not scoring goals.
They're not scoring goals. What did you make of those comments from Mikel Arteta, Tony?
I think there's. I think he's looking for the positives. He's trying to find some kind of positive in the game. For me, wrong decisions. I would have played Maitland-Niles. I think just by judging the way that Hector's been playing for the last 3 games. I pointed it at the beginning and top of the show before the game, and when a player's walking off the team, it takes leaders to turn around and say, actually, we've got a man down. So I do blame them for the second game as well. He was saying, oh, no, we've got a player out. Because the other players around him, you've got to go, OK, wait, you sit in here. That takes experience, that takes leadership, that takes communication. There's none of that. You've got one coach there that's got a game plan, and he's got a set of way of playing, and Arteta's gone 3-4-3, got him a little bit of success, and going, oh, this is the way that I think I can play with this group of players. Don't get me wrong, I think that group of players that he's got are a very poor group. Don't get me wrong, so he's kind of trying his best, and he's flipping them around, trying to put this one in that position, that one in. And I think he just needs to go back to basics and get a good back 4, get a couple of holding midfield players, and then build from the back. And don't overcommit. He overcommit. Great question by Jeff at the end. I thought it was an unbelievable question, about overcommitting. They overcommitted all the time. It's like, you're going to score, we're going to score, and throwing caution to the wind is not the way that we won trophies. We didn't win trophies by just do. It's suicidal. Yeah, it's suicidal football.
OK, much more to come on that game later on in the show. Next up, we're